Station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
You know, it's sad. I mean, because we don't know if it was mental health or drugs or what the situation was.
Tonight on DC News Now at 10, a man accused of stabbing his parents, killing one before deputies shot and killed him. Now his neighbors left wondering how something like this could happen so close to home.
Plus, renewed concerns about low-flying airplanes near the site of this weekend's crash in Maryland. Neighbors near the airport worry their homes could be next after the plane hit their power lines, knocking out power to thousands.
They patch it up. The rats, they bite right back through it, right back, because the walls are rotten.
Living conditions not getting better even a month after a scathing audit on DC housing. The agency now telling us they're working on fixing those problems. We're live with the full report.
And our weather team is tracking increasing clouds throughout the overnight and then widespread rain for your early morning commute, along with blustery conditions. We'll look at that forecast coming up.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 10 o'clock on DCW 50. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmeen Mahfouz, and we have new details tonight in a deadly stabbing that ended with police shooting and killing a man in Frederick County, Maryland.
Yeah, it started with a desperate call for help from a home on Howler Place.
Yeah, and our Michaela Newman talked to neighbors tonight who captured the moments right after that shooting.
Well, just moments ago, I saw people walking back into the home. I believe they're the family of the suspect killed by officers after they say he stabbed his parents. Now, still limited details as of right now, but the Attorney General's office and the Frederick County Sheriff's Office are continuing their investigation.
You know, it's sad. I mean, because we don't know if it was mental health or drugs or what the situation was.
Tonight, a Frederick County neighborhood is reeling after a tragic scene early this morning. A woman called 911 telling police her brother was attacking and stabbing his mother and father at a home on Holler Place. Deputies found the mother stabbed inside of the home and the father also stabbed down the street.
Taking care of the wounds on the adult victims, other deputies coming in, my understanding they encountered the suspect based on the description they had.
Deputies say they eventually tracked down the attacker about a quarter mile away in the neighborhood. And after telling him to drop his weapon, the man rushed toward them. That's when deputies opened fire, killing the suspect. The father was later pronounced dead. The mother survived the attack and is expected to be okay. According to a report released today by the Attorney General's office, it says there were no deadly officer-involved shootings involving the Frederick County Sheriff's Office between October 1st of last year and September 30th of this year. There was one involving the Frederick Police Department. Neighbors who heard the shots from the incident recorded this video of the aftermath.
We heard some sirens. We didn't think much of it. We thought it was just, oh, another ambulance coming in the neighborhood. And then shortly after that, we heard about 3 or 4 gunshots. And that's immediately when I got up, grabbed my gun, came downstairs, and there was about probably 4 or 5 police officers in front of our house. You know, we just pray for the mother and the daughter.
Authorities have not yet released the names of the suspect victims or officers involved, but the Attorney General's office say that they will be releasing body cam footage within 14 days of their investigation. For now, reporting in Frederick, Maryland, I'm Michaela Newton for DC News Now.
And in roughly the past year, the Maryland Attorney General's office has investigated 23 deadly encounters involving law enforcement. The Independent Investigations Division was created all with the goal of improving police accountability. Its first report spans from last October to September 30th of this year, and in that time, 13 people were shot and killed by police, and so far, none of those officers have been charged.
All right, time to get a check on the forecast. I think it's safe to say it really isn't playing nicely this week.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now we got Chief Meteorologist Jessa Webb here. Jessa, we got a little bit of everything, including rain and wind tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a very robust storm system. It's a strong cold front that stretches from Canada all the way down to the southwest, and it has really caused a severe weather outbreak, tornado warnings, and tornadoes touching the ground this evening across Louisiana into Mississippi. And so right now we're watching the influence confluence of that system, increasing clouds and a few raindrops that are already starting to enter our western communities. So this looks to be like this storm system is speeding up. So after dawn, around 5 a.m., we'll start to notice moisture for our western communities, and it really becomes more widespread as we go into about that 7-8 o'clock hour. Look at how this is producing some torrential rain. That's really our concern for tomorrow morning. We'll see wave 1 across I-95 into Northern Virginia, sections of the district, and unfortunately the timing is just around 8 o'clock. Wind advisories currently in place across just a few of our counties, across the Shenandoah into the Alleghenies, where we're going to watch wind gusts throughout the afternoon, picking up to at least 30 to 40 miles per hour. That is the primary threat. These temperatures, though, across the area hovering in the mid-40s, and this will actually be daytime highs as we go into your Thursday. Our temperatures, along with winds, they will continue to tumble throughout your Wednesday. We'll look at your extended forecast coming up.
Thanks, Janessa. And tonight, there are growing concerns about the dangers for people living near an air park in Montgomery County. Just 2 days ago, a pilot crashed into a pole while trying to land at the Gaithersburg Airport, and he and his passenger, they were stuck in the air for hours. And tonight, our Cheyenne Corin spoke with neighbors who say they're worried the next incident won't have a happy ending if changes aren't made.
Here comes one right now, right over our heads. It's very low. It's very scary.
Loud noise, exposure to lead through aviation fuel, and low-flying airplanes are just some of the safety concerns the group Citizens for Air Park Safety say they've raised. Founder Catherine Wallenmeyer says Sunday night she heard the plane buzz loudly over her home right before it crashed.
A lot of energy spent on protecting the airport and not protecting the citizens and the communities.
Wallenmeyer has lived in the community for more than 20 years. She says issues began in 2019 when training operations at the air park increased drastically. This week, Wallenmeyer says she sent a letter to the county council saying our communities are placed at risk on a daily basis because of the air park.
So that was very disturbing to me as I heard the plane flying directly over my home at a very low level, about 545 feet above my home.
Kevin Link is also president of the East Village Homes Corporation, which includes about 1,400 homes near the airport. He says he has been vocal about concerns for more than 6 years and is just glad the crash wasn't worse.
We're concerned every day that I'm afraid that someone's going to call me and say the plane just went into a house or a home and killed one of my neighbors.
Last Tuesday, residents met with the Montgomery County Revenue Authority, or MCRA, that owns and operates the air park. County Council President Gabe Abernoth says that meeting was held at the council's urging.
And there's nothing more important than the safety and security of all of our county residents. And we look forward to those ongoing discussions and, if appropriate, acting upon whatever recommendations are out there that the council has within its purview.
Now, not everyone feels the same way about the air park. There's actually another group that's advocating to keep it here, saying that it's a beloved part of Montgomery County. I reached out to that group along with the MCRA and the air park, but unfortunately did not hear back this evening. Reporting in Gaithersburg, I'm Cheyenne Corin for DC News Now.
All right, so coming up later in our show, the pilot who survived the crash talks to DC News Now's Joseph Almo. Stay with us for that first-hand account from Patrick Merkel.
Disgusting and inhumane. That's how some people describe the living conditions inside D.C. Housing Authority apartments, even months after a scathing audit by HUD. The agency told us tonight it's working to fix those problems. Our Mario Carbone live tonight at Potomac Garden Apartments, a DCHA complex. And Marielle, you spoke to the agency's director today. She's asking people to trust them.
Yeah, that is the ask right now as the agency works to address some of the issues. But people living here, they are not buying that. Some of them telling me that it's unacceptable to have such poor living conditions just blocks away from the Capitol.
Many people that want this.
For more than a decade, Andre Nettles has lived at Potomac Gardens Apartments, and the experience has not been pleasant.
It's known about the cockroaches. I mean, cockroaches this big, rats this big in your unit. That wasn't on the lease when you signed.
He says roaches, rats, and shoddy repair work have riddled the complex.
They patch it up, the rats, they bite right back through it. right back because the walls are rotten.
So a promise from D.C. Housing Authority about making progress means nothing to him.
This thing is outdated, man. It needs to be gutted out.
Tuesday, the agency released this 60-page report. It's a response to an audit issued earlier this year by HUD, which highlighted dozens of problems within the agency.
Well, a lot of the problems are long-standing problems. They don't get that way overnight, and you can't fix them overnight.
Executive Director Brenda Donald told me the agency is working to increase occupancy rates, rebuild an internal infrastructure, and increase training for staff. Plus,
property maintenance is a big issue, and clearly we're very focused on that. We have real people who live in our public housing. We want them to live in safe, decent housing.
She's asking people to trust her as the agency spends the next 6 months addressing all issues raised by HUD.
And I know that's hard because they do live in properties that, have been allowed to decline over many years.
You can't keep patching, putting a Band-Aid here, Band-Aid there. Then all they doing is waiting on the highest bidder.
And the Housing Authority is also planning to work with outside consultants to come up with more internal policies. Those consultants are actually already contracted with the district. And tomorrow there is a public hearing where both Donald and other leadership within DCHA will be testifying. That starts at 11:30. Reporting live in Southeast, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Newly proposed changes to classroom curriculum causing controversy in Virginia tonight. Coming up, we'll show you how a policy about sexual content in books could soon be put in place in Loudoun County. We're live with the latest just ahead.
Plus, the U.S. advancing in the World Cup after grabbing a win against Iran. Coming up in a live report, we'll show you fan reaction as well as the politics playing a part in the storyline tonight.
And we have multiple threats tomorrow. Rain, not super impressive, but the winds are going to be the primary issue tomorrow morning into your afternoon. We'll look at how strong these wind gusts could be across the area coming up.